welcome to the Miss Q. I am the host, Nolan Van Lent, and today we have Kyle.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You have some questions for me?
Yes. Ready?
I'm ready.
How long have you been acting for?
Professionally? Since I was 15, and I'm 38 now. So, can you do the math?
No.
What is that? 23 years?
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
What's it like traveling for acting?
It's very fun, but also very stressful because you may forget things at home that you may need, or I don't know. It's just the stress about it is not knowing what's going to happen. You know, you may do well. You may not like people that you're working with. You may love them. So it's always the stress of who's it going to be? How's it going to go? You know, do I know my stuff as well as everyone else there? I still have that fear, you know, because some people are just very professional. And I love theater, but it's more fun for me, you know. So sometimes I come across those very professional people that I get a little bit, caught off guard by.
I would be really scared to travel for acting.
You think so? Why?
I don't really know people.
Right.
I'm scared to learn different types of acting, or if there is any in the world.
That's true.
And you're ready for the next question.
I'm ready.
Is it hard to work with my dad on stage?
No. It's very easy. And I remember the first time I worked with him on stage. He had to play multiple roles at once on stage, and it was brilliance. He's very easy to work with.
Is acting one of your favorite things?
Actually, it is, but it's also one of my least favorite because I'm a little bit of a introvert. You know, I don't like to go places. I don't like to go out. So I think acting and performing was a way of me practicing, you know, being in social situations and that kind of stuff. So although it's fun, it's also very, very stressful for a person like me. But it's at the same time very rewarding.
Have you ever seen a Broadway show?
I have. Yeah. I went to New York for a friend of mine's 21st birthday, and we went out there. We saw some shows. It was Avenue Q, Spring Awakening, Chorus Line, and there was another one, but I can't remember right now. But those are the ones I saw.
Okay. What is your favorite role ever?
Well, I mean, I've done Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar 4 times now. So, I mean, I love the role, but I think my favorite role was probably Jerry in Full Monty. I think that was probably my most rewarding, and it fit my personality too, so it was very fun.
What was the hardest character you've played?
I mean, okay, so I think it has to be Jesus, because the first time I did it, I had never sung the show before. Like, I'd never done it. They cast me just hoping that I would that I would do it, you know. So, funny story, I was singing the biggest song in the show, Gethsemane, for the first time. Like, I practiced it a little bit at home, but it's not the same until you really do it. And there's 2 people in the show that have already played the role of Jesus. So they knew it really well. And I crashed and burned so hard. And I saw them in the back of the theater. They walked out during it. So it was very embarrassing for me. So I would say that's probably why it was the hardest, because I didn't have any experience doing the role yet. So I had to kind of learn on the fly.
Interesting. What was the funniest character you've ever played?
Well, the funniest, I mean, maybe the one I did out here, Mary Sunshine.
Is it hard to teach people a voice lesson?
I guess it depends. At first it was, because I didn't really have any proof that I knew what I was doing, you know? So once I had been teaching for a couple of years and I had students that finally started to do well, then yes, I felt like I was a voice teacher. But it's different with every person, you know? People aren't machines. They're like organic. So each voice is different. So it takes some time for a teacher to like assess the situation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the answer.
This is the last one, I think. Have you ever ripped your costume?
Ripped my costume?
Or scratched, or tore it a little?
Oh, Are you ready for this one? This is another Jesus Christ Superstar one. So the first time I did it, it was the 90th show. So we did it for like 3 months. And my student came to see the last show. Here comes the whipping scene, right? I have bad luck with that scene. I get my arms tied. I'm about to get whipped. The first whip comes and my wig flies off. And so the whole whipping scene, I was in a wig cap with my mic right here, just going like that. It was like flying everywhere. So I stayed in character. But yeah, that was an interesting show for me.
That is really bad luck.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know what? I mean, it was the 90th show. I mean, something's bound to happen. That's why live theater is great. Keep people on the edge of their seats or laughing at you. Mm-hmm. Either way, they're entertained, right? What would you say is your favorite thing to do here in Lake Havasu?
Swim.
Swim in the lake?
In my pool.
Why is that? Is it hot here?
Yes. Very.
Yeah, I think it did say 120 or something like that in the car. Do you like Newsies?
Yeah.
It's a good show, isn't it?
Fun.
Yeah, it's
And it's very hard.
yeah, you have to be able to do it all for that show. It's like Chorus Line too, same thing. Chorus Line was the first show where you had to act, sing, and dance all at the same time. Because before that, you know what they had?
What?
They had like a choir singing the harmonies. They had like a dance corps. They were just like mouthing the words, but what were they doing?
Dancing.
Just dancing, right? And then you had the actors, right?
Yeah.
But then Chorus Line came along and you had to do it all.
Whoa.
A triple threat, right? That's where that term came from.
That's a triple threat.
Yep, exactly. Do you want to do theater forever?
Yes.
Really?
And ever and ever and ever.
Nice.
Unless I want to go on a baseball team.
There's a show with baseball in it. I'm just telling you.
I know. I know that. Forgot the beginning of it, but at the end it's like the Yankees or... Well, Kyle, thank you for joining us on the Miss Q. And hope you have a good theater life. Or if you ever do a show again.
I will. Thank you very much. And do you have a show that you're going to be doing next to watch out for?
Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Nice. I'll come see that for sure. Well, thank you for having me, Nolan.
You're welcome.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.